Hey, beautiful Hair Lounge community. Welcome back to the Hair Lounge. I know a lot of you have probably heard of oVertone. We've all seen the Instagram ads everywhere, or maybe you've seen other people talk all about it. But does it really work for brown hair? This one is red for brown hair and it says it works, so let's put it to the test together and see what it can do. Stay tuned, we'll get right into it. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of their different types of products for brown hair. So the big tubs like this one is for rose gold. This is actually a coloring conditioner. So if you're wanting to adjust your tone a little bit, this is what's going to do it. And then they also have this one right here, which is a conditioner. Say if you go into your hairstylist, your hair is already red, but you want to maintain it. If you have ever had red in your hair, you know it fades so dang fast. This is one that will also add color to your hair, but it's more of a daily use to help maintain that red in your hair. I'm gonna try both of them to see how they do. They both have color in them. They're super gentle on your hair. It doesn't have any lightening products in them or anything like that. It is just a semi-permanent depositing color, or so they say. So we're gonna do this on my mannequin. You guys have met her before. As you can see, I did do kind of that really fun, bright piece in the front. So we are gonna use the red for brown hair daily conditioner oVertone on this side, and we're gonna see what it does to this red. See if it adjusts it at all or makes it brighter or anything like that. Then you guys might remember when I did her peekaboo. So I have those lighter pieces up underneath her hair. It's a little bit warmer and there's no color on it whatsoever. But I would still consider this brown. It's kind of more of a medium brown tone. So we're gonna take this rose gold oVertone, and this is a depositing color. This is actually going to color her hair. So we're gonna use this one on this back underneath of her hair to see what it really can do. Because like I said, these are supposed to be for brown hair, and I know all of you brown haired gals struggle because brown is hard to adjust the color using semi-permanent hair color because it just doesn't really work that easily. If you have lighter hair, it's a lot easier to play with different colors and tones and all that because you can do a wide variety of colors on lighter or blonde hair. But oVertone, we'll see what it does. If you guys are enjoying yourself so far, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button right now. I greatly appreciate all the support and I love engaging with all of my new subscribers. Alrighty, here is our lovely mannequin. As you can see, I did section her off. So this bottom left piece is where all that peekaboo is. You can kind of see those blonder pieces in there. And like I said, this is the rose gold oVertone. So this is a color conditioner. So this is going to alter the color a little bit. Let's take the tub off, and that is what she looks like. Again, all these are going to adjust your initial color, or you can use it to refresh color that you have on your hair, and you can use this as a typical conditioner. You can use it daily or anything like that, but it will deposit more color. And then on this right section where you can see those redder tones in her hair, we are going to do the red daily conditioner for brown hair. And again, this one is going to be used daily. It will adjust the color a little bit, but it is more of a color refresher, and we're going to do that on that right side. I'm going to kind of put it over the brown just to kind of see what it does, if we can see any difference whatsoever. But these are staining, so you want to make sure you are going to use gloves. The brighter you want the hair, the longer you leave it on, and if you want it to be bright, you want to do it on dry hair. Again, like I said, this is a daily conditioner, so you can use this in the shower, so obviously your hair will be wet, but if you want a little bit more tone or color to it, do it on dry hair. So we're gonna start with this rose gold, and we're just gonna get messy with it, you guys. We are just gonna take it straight out of the tub. I'm gonna use it just like if you were going to be using it at your house. And you're just gonna slap it on. Again, this is going to adjust or shift the tone slightly. Since it is a semi-permanent, you are not going to see lift out of it since it doesn't have any lifting properties in it, no lightening properties in it, but it does say that it is for brown hair. So I am going to just put it all over this. As you can see, this is just a brown section, but I'm gonna put it all over it just to really put it to the test. I will say, it smells really good. It does not have a color smell to it whatsoever. If you've ever put color on your hair, you know what I'm talking about. It almost reminds me, if any of you have ever had braces before and you get the molds for your teeth, it kind of smells like that. Not like a bad smell to it. It definitely is a little bit more kind of like fruity, but it has a little bit of a smell to it. So just warning, if you are sensitive or if you have any trauma from getting braces, it kind of smells like the teeth molds. Like I said, I am putting this all over. You can kind of section out the hair and just make sure you are getting it all over and really kind of smushed into all that hair. You can use a tint brush if you want, but I want to mimic as if you guys were going to be doing it on your own hair. And then I would take a comb, a pick, whatever you have, and kind of brush it or comb it through the hair. And that's just gonna ensure even saturation, and you get it kind of all the way throughout that whole section. But the smell is really kind of great, you guys. Now we're gonna move on to this other side of the mannequin. And this is where she already has those super pretty reddish tones through her hair. And we are going to be using the oVertone Red for Brown Hair Daily Conditioner. Same thing, I'm gonna just apply it as if I was doing it to my own hair in the shower. Again, I'm gonna do this on dry hair because I wanna see the most color or tone that I can out of it. And if you do it on wet hair, you're not gonna get as much color depositing. So again, put this one on my hand and we are just gonna lather it on. And I do want to get it on some of the brown just because I want to see what it can do. I want to see if it's going to adjust or deposit any red into the already brown tones. This one has a similar scent to the tub conditioner or the coloring conditioner, but it's not as strong. And obviously this one is red, the other one was rose gold, so the tones are going to be different. But I wanted to see what it could do on different levels of brown. So this one, it does process the rose gold 10 to 15 minutes, and then you want to rinse with warm or hot water. This one, it says, since it is a daily conditioner, you're going to be using it in the shower, it's 3 to 5 minutes, but you can leave it on longer. So I'm just going to process both of these for about 15 minutes, and watch what it does. All right, my mannequin process for those 15 minutes, and I dried her hair. And let's take a look. So this is that back panel where we use oVertone Rose Gold Coloring Conditioner. So this is supposed to give you a little bit more of a colored look. Again, you saw how light that back panel was. It wasn't super light. It was more of a medium to light brown, but it definitely did a really good job of adding a really pretty kind of reddish tone to it. But you guys saw I did do all this brown right here, and you can see it did not touch that brown. Maybe there's a slight reddish tone to it. You wouldn't see it unless you were in the sun, and you can barely even see it on camera. But I would say it did its job on lighter brown hair, medium brown hair. Now let's go to this red section. This is the oVertone for red for brown hair. And as you can see, she has a lot more red in her hair. I kept the sectioning exactly the same. I just rinsed her so that way you guys could see it in the same section that it did, but she went pretty red. It definitely has a lot more pigment in it. Again, this is a coloring conditioner that you can use daily, so if you are in the shower, this is what you could use. I did paint on the brown, and it does have a lot more red tones on the brown than the rose gold. You can see a little bit better, a lot more red to it. It's really bright, but you can tell the brown sections didn't really get super red. It definitely has more warm tones to it. This is that back part that I did paint the red on, and you can see a tiny bit of red tint to it, but not a whole lot. But I would say it did better than the rose gold did. I would say for brown hair, oVertone, if you're picking the right tones, very similar to semi-permanent color. If you want it to be bright and noticeable, go with a deeper, brighter red. Again, rose gold is soft. It's not gonna have a lot of pigment in it. So if you want a lot of pigment, I would go with the purples. I would do the red because it did a pretty dang good job, if I do say so myself. And the rose gold, yes, it is pretty. It's just not super bright. So depending on the look that you want, I would suggest going with the red tones with oVertone. And honestly, I am very impressed. It did what it said. It's not going to lift the color. It's just gonna deposit. I would say oVertone, if you have brown hair, is the way to go. As always, I will link everything down in the description box below. That way it's super, super easy for you guys to find. If you have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to leave those comments down below or find me on social media. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Instagram's probably the easiest and the quickest way to get a hold of me. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you ended up liking this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.